Yo guys, what's up? Welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. And before we get too far into this video, I would like to mention the sidearm I was using in this gameplay. This is the new Rasputin sidearm called the SI2, which I reviewed in my last video. If you haven't seen it yet, be sure to go check it out. It absolutely floors people, and I was honestly caught off guard by how well this sidearm actually performed when I got my hands on it. One thing I will say is that you shouldn't try to go for headshots with the SI2. In my experience, they're nearly impossible to hit, and I would honestly just hip fire with it. It's insanely accurate. Anyways, on to the topic of this video. As you guys will see, I'm using the new 110 RPM hand cannon from the Future War Cult called the True Prophecy. I'm rocking a fairly decent roll on it, if I do say so myself. I'm using a steady hand HCS, flared magwell, rangefinder, and demolitionist. It came with a range masterwork, and I'm rocking a targeting adjuster to help heads be a little bit fatter. But moving over to the actual weapon stats, the True Prophecy is a kinetic hand cannon with an aggressive frame. It comes with a saucy impact of 92, a great base range stat of 62, a piss poor stability of 30, a sluggish handling of 37, and a not so great reload of 30, and a mag size of 9. As for hidden stats, the True Prophecy has a fairly low aim assist of 62, hence the targeting adjuster I threw onto mine, a recoil of 93, and a bounce direction that tends to go vertical. I do feel like the vertical bounce direction is actually a little more important on 110s, and the True Prophecy more specifically, because it's easier to tell for me when the guns reset, and it's a little bit more of a pace game with 110s. 110s are a little bit of a different animal than something like the spare rations, because you really have to pace your shots, and if you miss, odds are you're gonna die to guns with higher TTKs. Cough, cough. Spare rations. But I do feel like that's why 110s are so underutilized right now. You literally have to play perfect with them in this sandbox to actually end up getting the kill. But anyways, moving on, I would like to talk about the True Prophecy's random roll potential. In your first column, your sight column, we have Fast Draw HCS, True Sight HCS, Steady Hand HCS, Hit Mark HCS, Crossfire HCS, and Sure Shot HCS. For the mag column, you can roll Tactical Mag, Drop Mag, Appended Mag, Accurized Rounds, Steady Rounds, Extended Mag, Alloy Mag, or Flared Magwell. In the first trait tree, you could get Overflow, Grave Robber, Rangefinder, Opening Shot, or Field Prep, and in the second tree, you could get Demolitionist, Elemental Capacitor, Rampage, and Timed or Explosive Payload. Like I said though, the roll that I have is pretty great. However, I'm personally chasing a Hitmark HCS with Accurized Rounds, Opening Shot, with Demolitionist, Timed or Explosive Payload. All of those perks would pay off extremely well for a 110 hand cannon. And I know a lot of people are going out and trying to get Opening Shot. I'm still perfectly fine with having rangefinder on mine, but considering that the aim assist is so low, it would be really, really nice to actually have opening shot to buff that up a little bit. Now, the next part of this video is a little bit of speculation on my part. I did hear some people in the community not too long ago, more like the beginning of Season of the Worthy, sometime around there. I heard them talking that there were going to be buffs coming to 110s. I understand DMG has come out and stated there will be no hand cannon buff coming in the next sandbox update, but that does not mean that Bungo cannot do it at a later date. I'm just saying that I'm making this so that if Bungo does see it and they decide to actually help out 110s at a later date and rein them into things like the 150s and 140s right now, how could they do it? I'm really sad, and the reason I'm doing this is because I feel like the 110 RPM hand cannon has always fallen to the wayside, which is unfortunate because they are some of my all-time favorites. Hand cannons like the Duke, Prabina D, which I do have another role I want to showcase. Bad news, Loud Lullaby, and dare I say this out loud, the Warden's Law. Now, the Warden's Law is a little bit of an exception. Most people either love it or hate it, but it is definitely unusual for a hand cannon. But anyways, pardon that tangent, what could Bungie do to buff 110 hand cannons? First things first, Bungie would have to be incredibly careful how they rein the 110 archetype of hand cannon in, because their impact is incredibly high. They do really, really good damage if you're hitting crits. A 110 right now in the Crucible with Kill Clip or Rampage is actually also capable of 2-tapping a Guardian to the head. So besides a damage increase like they did to autos, I would say that Bungie should definitely look into the 110 stability or handling, especially handling. That's just my opinion. If this buff did come, Bungie should definitely look at improving their either target acquisition, or their handling. I think target acquisition is a really good one for them to look at too. Maybe increase their consistency a little bit more so they're a little bit easier and less risky to use, because they are a pretty risky gun to use right now. But anyways, that's just my opinion. If this buff did come, what do you guys think they should do to help 110s out a little more? I would like to know. Be sure to comment what you guys think down below. That's going to be it for the video. If you guys do want to watch me live, I stream at Twitch at www.twitch.tv/Fpsplasma. I stream there almost daily, and I would love to see you guys there. It means the world to me. Your support on the channel lately has been absolutely fantastic, and I just wanted to say thank you. And as always, I do hope to see you guys in the next video.